Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy Show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome to the podcast, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're 1 hour late, but we have arrived. What's up, kids? How's everybody doing out there today? Happy Friday to you, one and all. I'm Tom. This is my show. You are just in time. And if you tuned in at 12, you saw a whole bunch of nothing, okay? So here's the deal. I've got some work being done outside in the front yard today. It turns out I had a pipe in the ground that not burst, but it was cracked. And it was cause for many a frustrating day for yours truly. I had a great big puddle, had like a swimming pool in my front yard. Not massive, but you know. So the dude is here fixing it. He's been here since like, I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. And it's kind of taken a while, so I had to postpone the show. Anyway, we're back. And somewhere is the DOG. Where is he? There he is. See him? He's like sleeping, I think. Anyway, usually you can't see the futon behind me too awful much, but the dog is kicked up. And let's get that camera working for us. Am I fuzzy today, kids? Am I fuzzy? Let's see here. I'm trying to get us in focus. Oh, that's too bright. That's better. But I can't take the light. I prefer the dark. What's that say about me? So we're getting ready to get some hellos happening right here. Let's see. All right. Sorry about that, kids. I've got my kid talking to me right now. So let's, sorry about that. Let's throw some stuff up here today. It's episode 203. There's the ticker. And before we go any farther, let's get some hellos out the way. Who was the first one to the table here today? Russell, what's up? You get kudos for being on time and for being early. Thanks so much for hanging out. Shane, what's up, my friend? Mark, what's going on? Christopher, what's going on? Shannon, what's up? Thanks for coming by an hour late. Sorry, kids, I was an hour late today. What's up, Sandy? What's going on, Sandy in Germany? Let's see. Jason said he's glad I'm started late. Well, there you go. So it's my kid, man. What am I going to do? So there we go. What's up in Vegas, Jamel? Sorry, guys. I'm a little distracted right now. Chip, what's up, my friend? So it's a big week. What's up, Troy? What's up, man? How you doing, brother? Good to see you. That's Troy Grant, folks. If you missed last week's episode, you missed a fun one because Troy and myself dissected the news of the week in the pro wrestling business. It was a fun show for sure. So we're back. My kid's going to come marching up here in a minute asking him why I'm not going to let him play in the neighborhood. I got to let him talk to the guy if he's got to talk to the guy. I don't like to cancel the show. Oh, we're going to get there, Marcus. Everybody be patient. Let's go ahead and hit some of the big news of the week. How about we do that? How about we begin as we began last week? I think Troy enjoyed this segment. We're going to try to make it a usual part of the show here. Tell me what you guys think. The 3 SmackDown takeaways of the week. How's about this one? Murphy as the hero. If you believe anything that Vince McMahon's company told you this past Friday on the Blue Brand, then you know that the angle between Murphy and Seth Rollins, well, I guess Murphy and Rey Mysterio has ended. I could not be happier about this. While a lot of people enjoyed this angle, and I like everyone involved, please don't misunderstand me, it got very old very quickly for me. Every single week was the Rey versus Seth hour on Monday Night Raw. And then it moved to SmackDown. I'm like, okay. Again, no disrespect meant. If it was your thing, if you loved it, more power to you. I couldn't wrap my head around it. It seemed like it was every waking moment of that company was this angle. I know it was good. I know it had its moments of being really fun. I get it. I get it. Maybe fun's the wrong word. But I was ready to move on, if I'm being completely honest with you. Shane says AEW's in trouble. McMahon has invaded A&W. In case you missed, it was McMahon's illegitimate son, Hornswoggle. That's funny. So Timothy says, tired of that storyline. Jamel's calling it hot garbage. Wu-Tang Clan for life, Ray. I'm just saying. Troy says Murphy has money. Would love to see him have a run later down the line. Really glad this angle is over, though. Real tired of the whole story. Brother, I could not agree with you more. I like Murphy a lot. I think his upside is tremendous. Shannon says the whole storyline. Folks, Shannon believes that the whole storyline is
hot
garbage. Every time I laugh, and I just can't help myself. I am my own biggest fan, it seems. Jason says, nice that WWE will be moving to Tropicana Field. I thought it was going to be a football stadium, but baseball stadium is even better, I guess. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Elizabeth says, what's tired? Is that who's tired of the Seth and Murphy story? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I don't want to be sure I'm reading that right. Tim says, love the Fiend and Bliss. Love it. Seems like Bray is the whole reason you watch Raw. Brother, if it's working for you, it's working for you. Go with God. That's all I'll say about that. Was tired. There you go, Elizabeth. There you go. Ray says, I'm so sick. The lame Lana going through a table. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Zelina's going to land on her feet. I wouldn't worry too much about that. So, yeah, it looks like it's over. Murphy will be moving on. Seth will be moving on. Ray will be moving on. This is good for that whole little clique, that whole little family. Move these folks on to do something else, kids. There's nothing in the world wrong with that. Just got to keep this thing rolling, man. I think they've spent way more than enough time doing this for sure. And so I, for one, am glad to see this. Let's move on if you want to here. Super Kick Party. No, it's not the Young Bucks. It's not Matt and Nick Jackson kids. It's Carmella with the one move she can do really well. This is the part of the show where I always like to say the words no disrespect, because I obviously don't mean disrespect to anyone personally. Troy knows that. You all know that, right? I don't believe Carmella is the answer. I don't know what the question is, but I don't think Carmella is the answer. This is just my take. You can take it. You can leave it. If you're a fan, good on you. It's all good to me. No harm, no foul. But I don't know. I don't know what it's doing for anybody out there. Timothy says, there you are. Seth will take time off to be with Becky. Sure, why not? Victor says, why does the table break when Lana goes through it, but Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre have a match? Lana's deceptively heavy, Victor. What can I tell you? Yes, we're going to get to that, Shannon. Be patient. We're going to get to Mox. I promise you. I promise you. So, yeah, man, like I said, if this Carmella thing is working for you, good for you. I can't say it's working for me too awful much. I hate to be that way, not trying to be hard on her. I don't know. I don't know if it's working for me. Is it working for anyone else? Anyone else? Sandy says Carmella will lose to Sasha Banks. I believe everyone believes that. What's up, William? Welcome to the show. Let's see. Where are you? There you are. Robbie says, I think Ray needs to step back and let Dominic grow in the company. I think that's going to happen regardless of what Ray does. I mean, Ray did sign that new contract, but I would dare say part of that new contract, maybe was a handshake and a smile as if to say, listen, we're going to help Dominic. We're going to take care of this kid. That would be my guess. I don't know for sure, but anything that Vince could do to stop Ray from leaving the company, I would guess is what happened. That's just my take. You could take that or leave it. So William says WWE needs a crowd back soon. Don't they all, right? Don't they all? Here we are, November. It will be December before you know it, and we still are in this COVID situation. It's not going away, kids. The vaccine hopefully is on the way, and hopefully that's going to work, and we will all be okay in the end. We will find out. Jeff says, don't see the point of the line thing at all. No one else does either, Jeff, I assure you. We're clicking right along here today, kids. Let's talk about my third takeaway of the week from SmackDown. Lars Sullivan pro bullying promo.
Hot garbage.
I mean, need I say more? Be a star, kids. Be a star. I know what you're thinking. It's the pro wrestling company, Tom. He's a heel. Get over it. I didn't say that, did I? Don't anyone come at me like that, for real. But he's going to sit there like straight face and talk to me about how it's fun. It's great to bully. The upside of being a bully, how it helped him. I'm sorry. That's where I come down on that. I don't do this too often with, something. But guess what? Do you know how bad this is?
Hot garbage.
That's a twofer, Jack. You get two. You want to know why? It's that bad. I'll say this. Lars grew a beard. He looks better. There's a silver lining to that dark cloud, that big black cloud hanging over you. I don't know. Yes, Timothy, AEW does have fans in the building. It's like a handful. It's a smattering. You know what I mean? I'm talking about crowds. It's not a crowd. That's fans. It's a handful of fans. Jeff says Lars should not talk. Maybe Lars shouldn't work. What's your taste, boys and girls? What's your taste? You like it? You think he's the next big thing? Blah. Nah. I'm sorry. Again, if that's your take, go with God. Jason says you're verbally abusive towards a lot of them, Tom. That's all I'm saying. I'm verbally abusive towards a lot of them. A lot of who, Jason? A lot of who? Who am I verbally abusive toward, Jason? Let's see. I saw something about first table ever break in WWE is when Bret Hart got pushed. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, who am I verbally abusive toward? Jason. Troy says Lars can get in the bin. Selena gets fired for wanting to live stream. But Lars can be a massive homophobe and a racist and be an on-screen bully, but that's fine. Did everyone read that? Read that. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to agree with Troy, but Troy spits the truth, kids. I'm sorry. I believe you got to call people out when they're being a certain way. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In my civilian job, the one that pays most of the mortgage, there's 2 or 3 racist guys in the place I work. You think I don't say something? You better believe I do. I want to keep the peace, but at the same time, man, you have to recognize who's out there. You have to recognize who the bad people are, and you gotta stay away from them, or you got to set them straight, or both. You talk angrily about a lot of the WWE talent. That's what I'm talking about. Jason, if you don't like my opinion, you don't have to watch. I don't really care. No disrespect, Jason. Not trying to lose a viewer, not trying to lose someone that follows the show all the time. You don't like my opinion. That is your opinion. You're not making an enemy here, and I'm not making an enemy there. It's all good, my friend. If you don't like my opinion, have your opinion. Go with God. That's all I'm saying. I call crap when I see crap. I'm not going to hold back. If someone doesn't like that, they can turn it. They can cut the stream. They can move on with their lives. You and I mean, honestly, I have no issue here. But if someone doesn't like where I'm coming down from, that is completely up to them. I'm completely up to them. There's no vitriol behind my words. I gain nothing by being overly angry toward anyone. Do you want to know? You want to know why? Because I just don't. There's nothing in it for me. I'm not getting paid on the back end by AEW or New Japan. No money's coming my way from those cats, believe me. But if I see hot garbage, I'm going to call it out to you. I mean, people can take that or leave it. I mean, it's perfectly fine with me. No disrespect taken here at all. It's at all. You and I, Jason, are fine. No worries, man. So, like Beals are overrated. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. Just brought that up to prove a point. Okay, Jason, your point's been proven. Can we move on with the show now, or you want to keep everybody holding on? I'm just asking. All right, so let's get to the red brand. Because if he didn't like what I said earlier, he really won't like this stuff. How about that? 3 Raw takeaways of the week. Why exactly did Drew McIntyre lose in the first place? I don't know if you know this. Drew McIntyre is your new WWE champion. Again? Okay, so why exactly did he lose in the first place? You can all spit your theories at me. I would love to know from the horse's mouth itself why they felt the need to take the belt off Drew to begin with and give it to Randy. And I like Randy a lot. Don't misunderstand me here, kids. But they took it off him to give it back to him. It's almost like they realized, wait a minute, these two guys are heel. We can't have Roman face Randy their heel. Oh, what are we going to do? Just put the belt back on Drew. Am I wrong? I'm just asking, man. I'm just asking. Ray says, heard Randy was suspended. Is that true? Brother, if he is, I have not heard anything like that. You, my friend, could very well be right. Isn't it funny how he was on live television talking about how he was suspended and fined and stuff in the past or whatever? What'd you get suspended for, Randy? Why are we talking about that on live television? I'm sorry, that's hot garbage. I mean, they let him say it. They may have even told him to say it because in that company, everything's scripted. You're handed what to say. You can't come out and say that your arm hurts without them telling you can say it. I'm just saying. Shane says, did you see Bully Ray's interview about WWE? He said WWE is putting the company before the individual wrestlers. There will never be a Stone Cold. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, it was on the Busted Open thing. Yeah, he's right. But Shane, we've been saying that for years. When Austin, as The Rock put it, took his ball and went home, Vince McMahon decided on that day there will never be another star bigger than me or my family in this company. You want to know why? Because he knows him and his family are not going to go anywhere. That's the truth. John was very good. John was never bigger than Austin. They wouldn't allow him to be. Roman's very good. He'll never be bigger than Austin because they won't allow him to be. They keep their talent in check. We know that. We all know that. Don't we? We all know that, right? So there you go. What's up, Andy? Drew will be back to Randy next week. Wait. Everything's scrolling too fast. Randy getting fired, suspended for. Yeah. Well, we'll see how all that plays out, man. Unpopular opinion, but I think Roman could beat Flair's. Stay tuned, Elvis. You never know, man. You never know. Ryan says, please just let The Miz lose the Money in the Bank. You're already. No, I don't think he's going to lose it to anybody. I think he'll cash it in and win the title. That's what I think. I know a lot of people don't want to see it, but I think that's what's going to happen. So, see, that's how the return. That's how what is it of the generation started with Shawn Michaels. Yeah, well, no, I get your point, bringing realism into it. But if you're having Randy cut a promo on being suspended before for failing drug tests and whatnot, I don't think that's a good way to do business. But guess what? Newsflash, kids, Vince didn't call me and ask my opinion. Just like he's not calling the rest of you. They're going to do what they're going to do, the way they want to do it all the time. And they don't really care what any of us think. I think that company's proven that over the years, don't you? Oh, where'd you go? There you are. I wouldn't mind Miz as champion. Well, we'll see. I don't hate Miz. I've always said, since the first time I laid eyes on MJF, MJF is what WWE believes the Miz is. And he's not. No disrespect. MJF is a much better version of The Miz, my opinion. And Miz works hard. I've always said he works hard, but I've always also said there's something missing, and I'm not sure what it is. Not for me to say. Jim says, I heard Roman is going to start a Samoan. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time, man. Jim, I don't know, brother. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. Yeah, again, why take it off him to begin with? Here's a part that Jason's not going to like, because this is where Tom speaks his mind, doesn't care what anybody thinks.
Hot garbage.
Raw's women division continues to be
hot garbage.
Now I'm just going to do it to make Jason mad. I'm playing, dude. Relax. It's bad. Every single week, it's Nia versus Lana. Nia, the great punisher, the great obliterator, the great destroyer. Thanos got nothing on Nia Jax, baby. Believe that. Nia Jax ever gets her hands on the Infinity Gauntlet, we're all screwed. Believe that. Snap over. I am inevitable. Nia Jax, baby. They have tied their cart to that horse. I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it like that. She's pulling it, and it's like, okay. Am I wrong? Tell me if I'm wrong here. Do you guys enjoy what you're seeing? Give me one person out of this crowd watching the show right now, please, that tell me that you're enjoying this stuff with the Raw Women's Division. If you do, give me a reason why. Just hit me with it. I would love to know. I'm not messing around. Please. Troy says, after NXT this week, I feel Rhea Ripley's getting a call up. Hopefully, she's put on Raw. All right, you know what, Troy? You and I talked about this last week about, I don't know if we mentioned NXT talents getting called up or not, but I'm always of the opinion if you're on NXT, you better want to stay on NXT because they're not going to know what to do with you. However, with you saying it that way, dude, if she could, like you said, spice up the program, make it better. Okay, you know what? I'm in. I'll buy that for $1. I'm not even kidding right now, man. So yeah, you know what? If it makes the roster better, makes the show better, make it happen. Make it happen. I'm good with that. Let's see. What else we got? Jim says they have some great women talent. I'll just get rid of Nia Jax. So I'm not disputing the level of talent. Maybe I am. I'm not going to call names. People might get upset. I question the level of talent, folks. Again, it's just my take. It's just my take. It's hard for me to get this into words without being all kinds of mean about it. But, it's all right. How about, it's just not working for me. Okay. It's just not working for me. I'm getting nothing out of it. Troy said last week that it was the best women's divisions in NXT. I happen to agree. I spoke to someone last night who said he believes the best women's division is in Impact. Could be. I don't watch Impact anymore. So I check in on them occasionally. But, yeah. So Jason, MLW is on YouTube as well. I've not checked it out yet, but that's my next thing to watch. Well, besides the New Japan, I got caught up on New Japan as well. I just skip over the women's division except for Bliss. Interesting take, Jeffrey. I see where you're coming from. Shan says, everyone pray for Bliss, or excuse me, for Rhea Ripley. She may be, yeah, we were just talking about that. We'll see what happens. I have no updates on Charlotte, Cherie, but a lot of people are echoing your sentiment. But here's what I'll tell you, Cherie. This is not at you, okay, personally. But a lot of people who are wanting Charlotte back are going to be upset when she shows up and never loses a match for the next 6 months. Those people be going, I'm sick of Charlotte. Not that you're like that, but I'll bet you they'll turn on her again. They turn on her all the time. I'm just saying. Christopher says Impact has a great women's division. They have Tenille Dashwood. She's very good. She was better than she got to do in WWE, in my humble estimation. All right, let's get down to this. If you guys want to, what are you thinking about Survivor Series? Hit me with it. No, I don't have it queued up. Don't get mad at me. I've had a lot going on this morning. What do you think about the Survivor Series card? What are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to anything right now? Team Raw, AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, Matt Riddle. Riddle? Okay. Sorry. Versus Team SmackDown, Kevin Owens. Let's see, Jey Uso. Who else we got? Everyone's favorite, Baron Corbin. Seth Rollins. Tongue firmly implanted in cheek and to be announced. You have the women's match, Team Raw, Nia, Shayna. You have Mandy. I'm sorry, Lacey Evans, excuse me. And Peyton Royce versus Team SmackDown. Let's see. Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott. There you are. Yep. My stream is, or my connection today, I think, is a bit off. Liv Morgan. I asked this question to Troy last week. Is the Survivor Series the same without a live crowd? I would suspect it won't be. I haven't been looking forward to this show at all. We'll see, man. Let's see. Bobby Lashley defend I'm not defending, but U.S. champion Bobby Lashley against Intercontinental champion Sami Zayn. The New Day versus the Street Profits. We'll see how that plays out. It's been a fun road so far leading up to this. You've got Asuka versus Sasha Banks of the Mandalorian fame. And of course, you got Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. I'm sure there'll be like 4 more matches signed between now and then. They won't even talk about them on TV. Well, maybe tonight. We'll see. Ray says the part where AJ didn't know his bodyguard spoke. Yeah, I know it was awful. It was awful. I think you're totally right about that. Troy says, yeah, I thought this was really awkward. Yeah. We'll see we'll see what happens here, man. I'll give the benefit of the doubt. I'm having my Thanksgiving on Sunday with my mom and them. My mom and them. Can you tell them in the South? Just a handful of us. So I don't know if I'll be watching Survivor Series live or be on the replay. So we'll see what happens. Is anybody looking forward to the show? Does anybody really care about it? Tell me what you think. What's up, Ruth? Love Bianca Belair. Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah. Big Wayne is eventually. Yeah, I think she'll eventually get it. I think she'll eventually get the women's championship. But we'll see. We'll see how if they take care of her or not. If they start jobbing her out to various talents, we'll see what goes down, man. Let's see. Brad makes it very to the point. Nope. There you go. Let's see. Corey says, I think Rhea will join the SmackDown girls team. Could be. Yeah, we'll see about Jim. We'll see about the Undertaker, the Undertaker retiring. We'll see what goes down, man. I don't know. Thank you, Elvis, my friend. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to all you guys as well. We'll get to that. Let's hit them with some numbers here, kids. This week's SmackDown, 2.234 compared to last week's 2.3. 2.23 compared to last week's 2.31. Down slightly, Raw up slightly. There's your numbers for the blue and the red brand this past week. Someone's been mentioning Rhea Ripley. Let's talk about this right now. Rhea Ripley versus Io Shirai. More of this. Troy would agree with that. Troy also says Lana's going to be a sole survivor. Yes, sir. Keith Lee is going to look like a beast after last year's outing. Drew versus Roman will have some level of tomfoolery involved. I think you're right on all counts. We'll see what happens. Shree says only looking to the tag team and Drew Roman matches plus Undertaker. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, Troy. I think everything you said pretty well covers it. I mean, we could both be wrong, and they'll go take a hard left as always. Yep. Yes, sir. More of this. They were so good, weren't they? Such a good match. We knew that. We knew that was going to happen. We knew we all expected it, right? So let's see. Ray says best part of NXT was Undisputed Era. Of course. The return of Adam Cole, baby. There you go. Will the Fiend attack Taker? I don't know why you'd want to do that. They're portraying the Fiend to be babyface now for some weird reason, I guess. Aren't they? Is he? Is he? I don't know. I'm lost. Jim says, I think while Taker tries to retire, Sting will interrupt. This moment of silence brought to you by Tom Clark's Main Event. I'll say it. Give it to me. Just make it happen. Sting versus Taker, you could do it a cinematic match, protect both guys, make them still look good. They don't have to be in a ring to make it happen. Book it. Don't you want to see it? Just, I mean, even if it's just, I know what you're thinking. It's a shell of what it could have been, Tom. It's not even close to what it could have been. I totally get that. But my God in heaven, you mean you guys mean to sit there and tell me you wouldn't want to see Sting versus Taker, cinematic match. Do you know what I mean? Just to say that you did it. Just to say that you did it. Does anyone else agree with me, or do you guys think I've lost my mind? Taker said on the bump this week that he had like a cinematic match against the Fiend and Alcatraz. Oh, wow. Different. Let's see. Sharice says Rhea and Io. Man, this thing's going by too fast. Was the best match. Yeah, I agree with you. And the Undisputed Era coming back. And you know what? Since we're already talking about it. Well, first, let's get this very important headline. You know who was robbed this week? Cameron Grimes. There you go, Shannon. He was robbed. You know what I'm getting tired of? This Dexter Lumis character staring at him with those little beady eyes, throwing Cameron Grimes off his game, always getting into his head and playing his little psychology. You know what? I've had him sick of it. I'm going to start a petition. Ban Dexter Lumis. Okay? Get him out of there. I want him out. He's hindering the growth of Cameron Grimes. I'm playing. Everyone relax. Tell me come on. It's fun. The blindfold match. There's a reason why you don't book blindfold matches, kids, because they're ridiculous. All right. I mean, flat out ridiculous. Tell me it's not funny. There you go, Shannon. There you go. It was all for you. Yeah. You know what? Again, robbed. I'll say it. Read it. Wait. Read it. Robbed. I'm just saying. So, I thought you guys would enjoy that. I had to throw it in. Troy says Dexter Lumis is money. I hope they push him to the moon. Troy, buy your tongue clean out of your head, dude. Come on. Cameron Grimes was robbed, okay? That's it. I don't hear no more about no Dexter Lumis. If Dexter's money, he's a nickel. What would he be over there? A shilling? Do I have my money right? Do I have my currency right? Yes, he's a pence. What is it? 3 pence. I don't know. I don't know money. So. Yes, sir. I love him so much. He's so awful, but in the best way possible. I drool over this guy, and I can't help myself. So, yeah. Jim, we got you, brother. No, I'm not. Listen, it is what it is. Yeah, the blindfold match between Rick Martel and Jake Snake Roberts. Yeah, you're right. Chris Fry, I have no news on Killer Cross. We'll see. Troy says shilling. This is the 1900s. It's a penny. Is it just a penny? That's my exposure to money where you are, Troy, is like TV and movies. Shilling just popped into my head. So they don't call it that anymore. You know, learn something new every day. That's good. That's fun stuff. Shane says the person who was robbed was Johnny Gargano. What do you guys make of the Leon Ruff thing, man? Leon Ruff's kind of built like Cheeseburger. Not the food, the wrestler. I'm just saying. Leon Ruff versus Cheeseburger in a cheeseburger on a pole match. I'd buy that. So we'll move on. So everyone's talking about the return of the Undisputed Era. Yes, they're going to face the kings of NXT, Pat McAfee, Owen Lorcan, Danny Burch, and Pete Dunne. The Blues await. That was good, right? In War Games. There you go. NXT War Games, December 6th? 6th, I think. We all knew it was coming, right? Let's see. Jim says, speaking of Martel, why is he not in the Hall of Fame yet? Brother, I can't answer that. I don't know. Troy says, Karrion Kross is teasing a return soon. Apparently, isn't that something? The guy's in incredible shape, Troy. So it would stand to reason that, like Cena, he would defy all doctors and medical advice and come back much sooner than expected. So there you go. Shannon talking about Undisputed Era forever. There you go. The 4th. Thank you, guys. Yeah, the AEW show is going to be a Moxley versus Omega. That's going to be good, man. I can't wait for that on Dynamite. That'll be December 2nd. I'm surprised that WWE didn't move that this thing to counteract. I'm shocked, actually. William Regal's saying War Games is the best. Well, what else would he say? What else would he say? So, how you guys feeling about War Games? What do you think is going to go down? I got a newsflash for you. I think Kings of NXT might win the match. Just my call. Just my opinion. Or we could finally see the Undisputed Era implode. We'll see what happens, man. I know I say that a lot, but I like to just wait and see. You know, I mean, I can give you my guesses all day long, but I just want to see what goes down, dude. So, if you guys are ready to move on from WWE land, let's do that. Who watched Dynamite this past week? Viva la Inner Circle. The Las Vegas segments with the Inner Circle. Holy Lord, how fun is that? We had a very hangover thing. They ripped off the entire movie, basically. They had everything but Mike Tyson. Isn't that funny how Mike Tyson is the common denominator, or would have been? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that funny? I really enjoyed it. It was exactly everything that I hoped it would be and more. It was ridiculous and it was silly, and I loved it. I loved it. Conan, yes, Conan showed up. Fun stuff. Timothy, I know you, brother. I know you're an AEW fan. Jamel says, yes, that was great. I really enjoyed it, dude. I'm not even lying right now. I really enjoyed everything they did. It was so much fun. Troy, where you at, brother? What do you think about it? Says, let's talk about AEW. Yes, sir. Sometimes I lead off with AEW on the show here if it's like a major event that just went down. I like to go in order. That's why I would start with SmackDown. I go to SmackDown to Raw and then AEW and NXT. That's usually how I roll. Do not play blackjack with MJF. Yes, sir. You're totally right about that. Well done. Yeah, I agree. It was awesome. Ray says AEW was awesome. Love the Hobbs turn. Oh, we're going to get to that for sure. Yep. Christopher says, congratulations to Mox and Renee. Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. Top Flight looked good, Timothy. No doubt about it. Chad asks, when is the MJF going to destroy the Inner Circle? I got something for you, Chad. What if he doesn't? What if they don't implode because of all this? I mean, we all know they are, so maybe that's why they won't. Remember when everybody just knew MJF was going to betray Cody, and then it didn't happen until it happened? And when it happened, we're like, oh, he finally did it. Oh, my God. And there was shock in the crowd. And there shouldn't have been shock in the crowd, should there? Because we all said we knew. AEW is very good at that stuff, man. Troy says, Viva la Inner Circle was good. Was gold. Yes, sir. I love everything they're doing with that at the moment. Yes, sir. More of this. Good catchphrase. Corey says, I hate everything about that, but it was better than High School Musical thing they did a couple. Hey, Corey, I'm not going to bash you for your opinion, man. I won't do it. If that's your take, that's your take. It's perfectly fine with me. Perfectly fine. I'm not here to sell you on it. And I'm not here to make you hate WWE either. I'm just giving you my opinion. I thought it was entertaining. But you ain't got to like it. It's totally fine. Someone mentioned this already. Will Hobbs has joined Team Taz. I think we all saw that coming. And he didn't just betray any old person. He betrayed Cody, which I think is going to lead to a big-time match between him and Cody. Who could take the TNT title off Darby in a month or so? Could be Hobbs. I'm not calling it. I'm just saying I think it's possible. We shall see, my friends. We shall see. Shannon says, I like the video package of Top Flight. Absolutely. Gave us insight into who they are instead of just, very good. Very good call on that for sure. And this is something, Shannon, to anyone that says I'm in the bag for AEW all the time, this is something that I have critiqued many times, is they don't do a great job of telling us who the talent is. Now, a lot of us know who the talent is already, but for casual fans, they may not know. They don't know. How would they know? I think they need to do a better job of that. And I think they did do that with Top Flight, so good for them. How about Death Triangle, Jamel says. It's interesting, isn't it? Pac's going to team up with Phoenix out of the blue next week. Was like, why? Why'd that happen? They're old stable buddies, right? But why, right? I mean, like, Phoenix is now part of Eddie Kingston's fam, right? So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, Ray, well, there you go. Is it back? I mean, we'll see what goes down, man. There's going to be some heat there for sure. I think we may be leading a Pac versus Eddie Kingston, which would be good. I'd buy that. Who's the face in that, Pac? Hard to believe, right? Hard to believe. Timothy says, let's see. Great storyline with Hobbs. Yeah, yeah. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be exciting. It'll be good. Very good for Hobbs, dude. Very good for that guy. Are you kidding me right now? Excellent for him. Let's talk about the contract sign that didn't happen. Mox cuts this amazing promo. Amazing promo. Shut up. You don't think that promo was amazing. You're wrong. When you're talking about we're the good guys, I watched it again this morning. It's so good. It's so good. Mox is the promo king. No one on the planet cuts a better promo than Mox right now. Come at me. Reggie, you're late. What's up, man? Let's see. Yeah, it was kind of a typical WWE spot, wasn't it? Where like Omega showed up, but Mox is backstage. What happened? I don't know what happened. We all know Omega laid him out. We all know this. That's how it'll be revealed. It's all good. I don't care. It's fine. I mean, it was nothing surprising. It was surprising that AEW would do that, if I'm being honest. They've done that kind of stuff before. They laid out the Bucks backstage. Remember with the roll-up door and all that? It happens. I mean, it is pro wrestling. It's a pro wrestling angle. You can attribute it to WWE. I just did, right? But it's not the end of the world. It is what it is. It says, Jon Moxley makes awesome promos. You better believe it. Shannon says, looks like we may be finally getting some good women's matches and storylines. Looking forward to Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. Absolutely. I agree with that. Troy says, hilarious when Moxley casually says, yeah, like no one told anybody. She didn't take to social media. She did afterward. And she made a comment about certain body parts being sore. I'm not going to repeat what she said. But, yeah, man, it's, ooh, Sandy in Germany, my friend. Sandy gets no prize for this week. Check your mailbox, Sandy. It'll be there soon. He thinks Hangman Adam Page attacked Mox. Well done, Sandy in Germany. Are you kidding me? Shane, Sandy beat you to it, bro. But good on your part as well. There you go. Big shout out to the soon-to-be dad, Jon Moxley. Corey, if you're a dad, I don't know if you're a dad yourself, man. It's an adventure. Trust me. John thought he's had some rough matches. He don't know what rough is. He'll find out when he's changing the world's worst diaper at 3 a.m. That's a rough night, my friend. I have a story about changing my kid. Picture this. in Savannah, Georgia, in a restaurant bathroom. My kid, I had him in the sink, standing in the sink, changing the worst. I'll never forget. I'm not going to get graphic. Brother, those are some dad memories right there. Wow, that's flooding back. I think I went through a roll of paper towels, not toilet paper, paper towels, with people knocking on the door trying to use the bathroom. And I said, it'll be a minute. And I'm like beside myself. My dinner's cold on the table. My wife's like, what's going on in there? Oh, back to the wrestling. Good luck, Mox. You're going to need it, my friend. Okay. Sorry about that. Oh, Troy says apparently she accidentally texted Bailey the news of her being pregnant before Mox. How are these names even close in the phone book? Well done. Well done. Good question. I'm sorry I got off on a tangent. Next time the boy comes in the room, everyone laugh at him and snicker. He won't know I told you this. I'm going to tell him. I cracked myself up. Let's see. Where else are we at? Timothy. Troy and Tom, let's see. What's your take on Jade attacked Brandy backstage? Yeah. I don't have a take. This happened on AW Dark, right? I got to get caught up on AW Dark. Brad says he did some changing on the side of the road and not a tire. Yeah, Brad. You know what I'm talking about then, man. Yikes, right? All right, let's talk about ratings before we start taking this show home. This week, AEW, 850 compared to last week's 717. NXT, up a little, 638 compared to last week's 610. There's your ratings for this week, kids. And now, your second favorite part of the show, it's the open floor. What you guys got for me, hit me. Sandy says FTR #1 tag team. If it seems like I flew through this show, that was not my intention. I just got to be ready in case I have to talk to the guy doing work outside my house today. Christopher, dude, I respect your persistence on asking me about Kelly Klein. I wish I had something for you. I submit that AEW's women's division would grow by leaps and bounds would they sign Kelly Klein. But I don't know that they could. I don't know where her ROH contract stands today. Oh, it did happen on Wednesday night? God, did I sleep through that? I must have slept through that, Timothy. Can I be honest with you, dude? I had 5 things going on when I watched Dynamite. I was writing, I was watching another show, and I was on the phone. No joke. Like, it was a nightmare. Oh, I didn't mean to fall asleep on you on that one. I have never been to Colorado, Elvis. Never have. Any news on Eva Marie? No, I've got nothing for you, Sandy. Shane says, what's your take on the new female wrestler coming to? Well, NXT, she apparently is like the Japanese mafia. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Shane, how about this? I don't have anything for you, brother. Xia Li, what about that? I think that they may be changing her gimmick. Elvis says, Tom for Virginia governor. I don't know why, but okay. Well, Sammy gets smoked by Bobby. I think Bobby, I don't know if he'll crush him, but I think I see Lashley going over for sure. Jamel says, I can't wait for FTR to get the titles back, and I believe they will. Tim says, I have to sign off for work, but I love your podcast. I hope your day was going well. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, my man. And listen, Tim, if you ever get a chance to check out the 6M podcast, it's free for subscription and download on all your favorite podcasting platforms.
He's done.
Hey, kid, I just told a story about you.
He's done.
Is he?
He just got done. He said to check all the faucets.
Okay. Check all the faucets for me.
That's what I've been doing.
Have you? What about up here?
That's what I'm calling to check.
Is he gone? Is he still here?
He just said he was done.
Okay. My yard's done. Aren't you happy? Anna J, your next women's champion. Could be. In fact, I would not be surprised at all. It's a no prize, Sandy. Are you not a Marvel Comics fan? It's a no prize. That technically means you get nothing. But it sounds good. Let's see. Wu-Tang or Naughty by Nature? Ray says Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang for life. Rob says might be a bit out there with The Undertaker being retired. I just told the best story about you.
What?
I'm not going to tell.
Why?
Did he say it was done? We're all good?
Mhm.
With Undertaker being retired, he would be good in the creative department. WWE having input. Yeah, we'll see what happens, man. If he even wants something like that. Troy says 6M Pod is awesome. I implore it. Thank you, Troy. Troy, I'm going to have you on. Let's do a Christmas episode before the end of the month. Are you down? Let's do Christmas, man. Let's pick a good Christmas movie, and Christmas movie. There it is. We'll either do a live watch along if we can sync up our vids at the same time, or we'll just talk about it. Let's make it happen, man. I'd love to do that. Well, I need to do a Christmas episode anyway, so there you go. Tim says, love the Heart Foundation. Was never a fan of them individually, but for some reason I love the group. Yeah, which version are you talking about? Shane says, love the HW. Rewind. Love the HW podcast with Gary. I love talking old school with y'all. Thank you, Shane. Shane, dude, if I'm not seeing you, I think I saw you this past Wednesday. If you guys are ever watching the HVW pod and for some reason I'm not commenting or acknowledging your comments, it could be I can't see them. So I'm always on the HVW page and my page at the same time. So if I'm not acknowledging you, jump to the other page. It could be that's why I'm just not seeing your comments. Yeah, Troy, that's what we teased to begin with, right? Let's just make that happen. I'm down. Let's figure it out, man. If not this coming week, the next week, okay? We'll figure out a good time. Look, Robbie says, hey to the boy, ask about a sink. That's the... I was telling him about oh, there he is. I was telling the sink story. You don't remember, do you?
Nope.
Well, of course you wouldn't remember. You were but a wee lad. Tim says, no, Hurt Business. No, okay, well, you know what? All good. And you know what? I see where you're coming from, Tim. Not being a fan of the guys individually, but I'm a big Cedric Alexander fan. I'm glad he's getting a shot. Even if it isn't a fashion. Stop. Get off him. My dog hates the boy. Just saying. Kids, as soon as I sign off, guess where I'm heading? No, it's not the town. I don't know where that came from. I'm heading to the 6M podcast page and my page where I will reveal the topic for episode 15. Look out. Of Tom Clark's 6M podcast. If you're curious about what episode 15 is, my God in heaven, have you come to the right place almost? Stop by at my Facebook page and or the Tom Clark 6M podcast Facebook page where I will reveal episode 15. I work well under pressure, kid. You can't stop me. You can only hope to contain me. All right. I don't know. Is he gone yet?
No.
I'm going to go down there and talk to him. Give me a minute. Get a couple here before we split. Will there ever be a chance Vince can be overthrown? No. It's his company. It's his company, Chad. What he says goes. I don't think there will ever be a coup d'etat in WWE. That stuff happens in the movies. Watch the Jay. I'll watch it, Tim. My bad, man. Hey, come here.
What?
Sandy in Germany says, hey from Germany to the boy and the dog. Sandy's all the way up in Germany, man.
I'm in Germany.
No, you're not. Tell him the only German word you know. That was terrible. Guten Tag. You, what? I have an old vid of him just suddenly saying Guten Tag for no good reason. We're like, where did you hear that at? Huh? Text me when you get there. Your phone better be charged. Shane says on your 6M podcast, why not cover the greatest Xmas movie ever? Die Hard with Bruce Willis. Oh, Troy. Shane may have an idea, bro. I'm just saying. I love Christmas Vacation. I do. It's hard to top that. But Die Hard. Shannon says, Vince looking for a new head writer. He's just going to fire you a week later. Hey, I'll take a paycheck for a week and then take my pink slip. It's all good. Tim says, I was watching the AWNBA draft at the same time. Elvis says, Home Alone. Ooh. Troy says he's very open to Die Hard. There you go. VKM versus Andrew Yang in the future. Oh, brother, it's coming. Yang's not playing around. It's going to get interesting. When Biden officially takes office, we'll see what happens. I think it's going to get very interesting. On that note, I think it's time to take it home. I'm sorry again for being an hour late. Folks, this coming week is the Turkey Day. It's Thanksgiving week, kids. Tom Clark's Main Event will not be on a week from today. Enjoy the time you have with your family. I know a lot of folks aren't going to do Thanksgiving on Thursday. They may be doing it the day after, the day before. Enjoy your families. Enjoy the time you have. Keep your get-togethers small. Please be smart, okay? I'm not playing here. Enjoy your holiday. We'll be back 2 weeks from today here on Wrestling Rumors. Please come back. I promise you we'll be here. In the meantime, if you've not subscribed and downloaded Tom Clark's Main Event, please do so. And before you decide to sign off for the day, please, for goodness sake, jump over to Tom Clark's 6M podcast page. You can find out episode number 15. Troy, happy Turkey Day to you, my friend. Thank you very much. Elvis, thank you, my man. Thank you very much. Sandy, thank you, my friend. Shannon, always a pleasure. Thank you. Timothy says, I'll be watching college football. There you go, brother. Ray, thank you, my man. Happy Adam Cole Day to you, sir. Victor, thank you, guys. I appreciate it. All right, folks. Thanks, everybody, as always, for tuning in, for watching, for always being here. Thanks, everybody, for doing the Tom Clark's Main Event thing. It means loads to me. Always has, always will. I'm going to get out of here. Everybody have a good week, and again, have a great Thanksgiving. That's it for us, kids. Happy Turkey Day to you one and all. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. See you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.